If the Golden State Warriors couldn't get LeBron James, and if the Anthony Davis or Trey Murphy trade never happens, I think Golden State has one last backup plan that almost nobody is talking about. Recently on Yahoo Sports, a new trade idea came out that would send both Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson back to Golden State. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying this is better than Anthony Davis or LeBron James. I would still prioritize Anthony Davis first. I would still chase LeBron first. But if those two paths completely fall apart, this might be the best remaining option to maximize Steph Curry's final championship window. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. Yo, what's up guys, Jason here back with another video. If this is your first time watching, I cover the Golden State Warriors every single day on YouTube, along with other NBA news, trades, and rumors on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. If you're a basketball fan, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, because you do not want to miss any of my future upload. Now, let's first talk about the trade itself. On Yahoo Sports, here's the package. Golden State will receive Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving, while Dallas receives Jimmy Butler and a future first-round pick. Now, on paper, that sounds insane. But once we look at Golden State's current situation, it starts making a lot more sense. Remember, Jimmy Butler is expected to miss at least the first half of the season while recovering from his torn ACL injury. So, despite making nearly $57 million, Jimmy Butler is going to be a non-factor until after the All-Star break. Meanwhile, Steph Curry is entering another championship season. Every single game matters. The truth is, the Golden State Warriors simply cannot afford to waste half of the season waiting. Now, here is the interesting part. A few days ago, I talked about the possibility of getting Klay Thompson back. And honestly, I wasn't interested. Not because Klay Thompson can't shoot anymore. He absolutely can. This past season, he still knocked down nearly 38% from 3. The problem was, let's say Golden State brings back Draymond Green, and then they sign a veteran on a vet minimum contract. At that point, bringing back only Klay Thompson would have required moving Moses Moody, plus more salary, plus perhaps draft capital just to match contracts. For a player making over $17 million, whose defense has declined clearly, I didn't think that moved the needle enough. Again, emotions don't win championships, roster construction does. However, this new trade idea is very different, because now you're not trading Moody, you're moving Jimmy Butler's contract. Also, instead of getting one rotation player back, you're getting 2 healthy contributors, and perhaps a starter in Kyrie Irving. That's a very different conversation. Now, with that being said, let's talk about Kyrie Irving himself. Because in my opinion, Kyrie is the biggest reason you would even consider this trade. The Warriors' biggest weakness isn't shooting, it's not defense, it's not size anymore either. After adding Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, Charles Bassey, and drafting Yasser Lindeborg, their front court is one of the deepest parts of the roster. The real issue is what happens whenever Steph Curry sits. Who creates offense? Who breaks down defense? And who can simply go get a bucket? That's where Kyrie changes everything. He is by far one of the best ISO scorers the NBA has ever seen. He takes pressure off Steph Curry. He gives Golden State another elite ball handler. And suddenly, those non-Steph minutes become much more manageable. And now, instead of watching the offense completely stall, you have Kyrie running the show. That alone raises the Warriors' ceiling by a huge margin. And then of course, you have Klay Thompson. Once again, I do not want him coming back as a starter. Those days are over. However, as a bench shooter, that's a different role. Imagine Klay coming off the bench, playing 20 minutes per game, spacing the floor, running off screens, and knocking down open threes. He doesn't have to guard the opposing team's best player anymore. He doesn't have to create offense. He simply has to do what he's always done best, shoot. In that role, I think Klay could still be very valuable, especially given the amount of chemistry he has with Steph Curry and Draymond Green. Now, to be clear, this is not my first choice. If I'm the Warriors front office, I'm still doing everything possible to get Anthony Davis, because I think AD gives his team a much higher ceiling. And if LeBron decides he wants Golden State, you absolutely make that happen too. Those remain plan A and plan B. But if LeBron goes somewhere else, if Washington doesn't want to move Anthony Davis, and if Trey Murphy isn't available, then Golden State simply cannot just sit around and waste one more year of Steph Curry. At that point, pivoting to Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson suddenly becomes a legitimate conversation, because you are replacing an injured Jimmy Butler with 2 players who is able to contribute right away from opening night. And again, that's just my opinion and I want to hear from you guys. If the Golden State Warriors miss on Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Trey Murphy, would you pull the trigger on a trade for Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson, or would you wait for Jimmy Butler to return? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Alright guys, that's all we got for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on social media, all linked below in the description box. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.